Hi everyone, good morning. Today is Friday, May 29th, and welcome to my Friday morning show. Can you believe that it is almost June? June 1st is on Monday, it's unbelievable. But I don't know where 6 months have gone. Anyway, I'm Mary Marino, and today we're going to be talking about masks. And I'm not the COVID-19 ones, no, I'm referring to the figurative ones we wear. And before we get started, for those of you who don't know me, I am an accredited life coach and a transformation expert. I support courageous women who are ready to rediscover who they really are. Women who are feeling stuck and kind of lost in transition, who, after working with me, are ready to create their new beginning. If this sounds like you, then I invite you to check out my free ebook, How to Manage Change and Navigate Transitions in Life. You'll find the 5 essentials to finding the new you. And you can find it right there on the homepage of my website. All you have to do is enter your email and you'll be able to download that. And then you'll also be a part of my email community. You can also find all my videos on my website too, right there under the resource tab. This happens to be number 29. So I'm going to tell you what happened to me a couple of weeks ago when I attended an in-person meeting with a team of healthcare professionals. One by one, they all entered the room, each wearing masks. They introduced themselves to me. It was really strange. And they took their seats. And before the meeting started, before not too long, actually, the meeting got really lively as each person was eager to share their thoughts and concerns. And feeling like I was in an episode of The Twilight Zone, as each one spoke, it took me a minute to really figure out which one of them was speaking behind the mask. It was really weird at first, but just like everything else, I had to accept these past few months. By the end of the meeting, believe it or not, it seemed completely normal. But so I looked around the room, I saw how different each person looked behind their mask, and I really began to think about the many masks each one of us wear, and how we live through them, and allow them to speak for us. So let me explain what I mean. When I was a little girl, I was always being told that I was too sensitive. Not knowing any better, I began to hide my feelings because I didn't want to be judged and, God forbid, run the risk of not being loved. So besides, it seemed like there was something wrong about having feelings, so it was better not to share them. So the first mask I wore was the people pleaser mask, to hide my fear of disapproval. And I didn't take it off for many, many, many years. Every friendship, every relationship, every job I had was governed by this mask I wore. Deep down, although I felt something was missing, I didn't listen, and I just kept busy. School, marriage, career, kids. I kept going and going until one day I just couldn't take it anymore. I was completely exhausted. And I was forced to stop and listen. And when I did, I was able to start to peel off that mask and discover that there were many others that I was wearing. Now, I'm no different from you, because you wear masks too. In fact, we all do, to hide our true selves from being exposed. You see, our minds create masks to protect us at different times in our lives, and we give them character and life. We get so comfortable wearing them that they become a part of us. And we take on the masks of those who, in the eyes of the world, are admired. The overachiever mask, who hides the fear of failing. The nice person, who fears being called bossy or a bitch. And the popular girl, who fears being left out. The smart one, who fears not knowing. And there's the perfectionist, of course, who fears being imperfect. The dutiful daughter, who fears not being the favorite. The perfect mom, oh yeah, guilty, who fears not being a good mother. And of course, the people pleaser, who fears disapproval. There are so many kinds of masks out there. These are just a few of them. Masks, they allow us to hide further and further, depriving ourselves from living our dreams until one day you discover it doesn't work anymore. That's the day you start to feel like something is missing You're unhappy, you're unfulfilled. That feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be. And you know what I'm talking about. It's that anxious feeling, you get right here in the pit of your stomach. The masks we wear have been created by our minds years ago. So they are very strong and they are very tricky. They will keep us safe and logical at all costs, so we do our best to really rationalize our feelings away. And maybe we even don another mask, the I'm fine mask. And of course, that's the fear of having feelings at all. We do everything we can to avoid listening to that voice. The mind tries to make sense, but feelings don't work that way, do they? Feelings are our thermostats, our barometers, our compasses. They're designed to guide us, to let us know when we're not aligned with our true selves. Feelings are to be honored and respected, not masked down and stuffed. Not, let me get this right, not masked and stuffed down. We listen to those feelings, we can begin to peel back those masks. And when we peel back those masks, we can begin to live authentic lives. And when we begin to live authentically, we can start attracting all the things we want for ourselves. Marianne Williamson said, "We are capable beyond our wildest dreams. But we need to show up." Is it scary to take off those masks? Yes. Is it sometimes painful to live authentically and be vulnerable and exposed? Hell yeah. But in the words of Brene Brown, vulnerability is not our weakness. It is our greatest strength and measure of courage. I will tell you that it takes a lot of energy to hide behind a mask, but it doesn't take courage. Taking it off, now that's courage, and that's truly living. So I challenge you to peel off your mask and listen to that little voice inside of you. Now is your time. And if you don't know where to start and you feel like you need some support, then contact me. Because I've worked with many women who just like you are feeling weary, underwhelmed, and overwhelmed, confused, disillusioned, to get them on their way to their new beginning. I know you're tired, but it all starts with sending me a message right here, or you can go to the contact me page on my website, MarianMarinoCoaching.com. Simply fill out the form, and I'll be in touch with you rather quickly. So I want to thank you all for being here today. I truly hope you found this helpful. Until next time, live with intention, lead with integrity, and learn with inspiration. Bye-bye now. Have a great weekend.